coming to you live from just outside the swamp of the nation's capital. Get ready for invigorating talk, commentary, and debate on the issues affecting your life. Grab your favorite drink. It's Nightcaps with Nate. Now, here's Nate.
Welcome to Redneck Wednesday. Very proud of tonight. This is going to be a weekly special, hopefully. Tonight I have my good friend J.D. Neal. Hails from the state of West Virginia, currently in Colorado. Hopefully coming back soon. And up here in West Virginia, I also have Uncle Grandpa. That's what we call him at our house. He is actually my father-in-law, and he is from Georgia. So let me get them on the line, and we will get started. All right, we got him on. Boy, hey, JD, raise your hand. That's the big fucker on the left. Yep, that's him. And then Uncle Grandpa down there with his shades on and a Trump flag. What are you drinking, Grandpa?
Jack and Coke.
All right. What are you drinking, JD?
Viking pea.
Viking pea. Viking tea or pea?
Pea.
You're hardcore, man. I'm just doing Blue Moon because I'm a corporate dad, as you call me.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, Redneck Wednesdays just proves that we will let anybody on the show. As you can see right now, we let anybody on this show. Welcome to the show, guys. This is where we're going to have more of a lighthearted night than usual. Get into some serious discussions, but not too serious. It's more just to have a little bit of fun, lighten the week, the hump day load. So, hey, tell me, how's weather out there in Colorado?
It's bipolar.
It's bipolar.
Yeah, it's 64 today, and then Friday is supposed to be a high of 37.
All right, so if I repeat them, that's for your benefit, guys, that I have to translate the redneck. I speak a little redneck because I'm married into Georgia. So when he said bipolar, that's bipolar.
Bipolar.
That's right. Grandpa got his
I understood
shades
you,
on.
JD.
Oh, Pappy's there. Here he is.
Yeah, I understood you, JD.
Thank you, Dad.
Oh,
Hey, Nate.
Yeah.
How about them dogs?
How about them? How about them? All right, so we're going to get on the first thing of our thing today. So let's go. First one's a little satirical. It's April Fool's Day. CNN has actually published a real news story for all of April Fool's Day. Reports the Babylon Bee. Now, we know it's just a joke site, but I love that meme. It is so true. Grandpa, tell us what you think about CNN.
CNN sucks.
That's it? Just CNN sucks?
That's it. CNN sucks. You can't believe a thing they say. Trump haters.
Trump haters.
Trump haters.
Well, what about you there, JD?
I'm going with Pat. I can't even watch it because I believe it's just loaded with lies.
Yeah. You know, we're going to learn a little bit later that there are such thing as Democrat rednecks too. So not everybody loves Trump, and most rednecks do, but
I love Trump.
Huh?
I love Trump.
You love Trump?
Yeah.
Grandpa, you love Trump?
Hey, even moderate Democrats love Trump.
Hey, his poll numbers are going higher. It's cool. Hey.
That's right.
Redneck picture of the day coming up. Watch this. Hold on. Look, man. It's the green emerald. What's that? What's that super character? That is a redneck picture. When you get your beautiful wife and your bow's out and decides you're gonna pose for a kiss under the green moon, that's some redneck shit right there, dude.
That's redneck gangster.
That is redneck gangster. What's the green supposed to be?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I was just messing with some stuff, and it just happened.
And it just looked that good, huh? You're like, man, this guy.
It did look that good. That's a Christmas card.
That's a Christmas card, redneck Christmas card.
That is.
Hey, it sure beats having your kids color one, huh?
Yeah.
It is a nice looking. I mean, the wife is nice looking. But
Is that before the hunt or after the hunt?
That was before.
Oh, okay.
Did she really go out hunting with you?
Yes, she's hammered some down.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought maybe she just posing.
No,
for the pic.
she's
I know
she
can
gets
shoot.
after it. She gets after it.
Good. Did you get anything?
I think that might be the night she killed her first deer.
First deer. How many deers you killed this year?
None this year because we're in Colorado.
They're not deer in Colorado?
There's not whitetail out here, no.
Oh, what they got out there? That doesn't make credentials.
Mule deer.
Huh?
Yeah, mule deer, elk,
Mule
bear.
deer.
Are they taste the same or what?
Nah, elk's going to be more like your basic steak that you would get at the supermarket.
Oh, that's what I want. Kill me one of them.
I'll work on it.
All right, good. All right, next thing up. Ready?
That's it.
This is serious news this time. Trump warns Iran against a possible sneak attack on U.S. today in Iraq is breaking news. U.S. President Donald Trump said on Wednesday that Iran or its proxies plan a sneak attack on U.S. targets in Iraq and warned that they would pay a very heavy price, a.k.a. he ain't effing around, but gave no details. What do you think we should do with these people? I mean, do we get out of Iraq and let them kind of handle themselves, but then we're leaving Israel, who's a sworn ally, to do it, which they could do it because Israel's some badass country. But or do we get involved? I mean, what do we do, man? Any of you guys, just chime in. Do we just nuke them or do we leave?
No, we got to have some kind of presence over there.
Yeah.
I'm tired of being the policeman of the world, though, aren't you?
Yeah, but we got a lot of interest over there, so we need to be in striking distance quick. At least have some forces over there.
What do you think,
Yeah.
Jay?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think we should, at least, like he said, have a presence over there. I mean, at least to show that we still have initiative to help if it's needed.
Man,
We shed a lot of blood over there, bud.
I know, but sometimes when do you not cut our losses, but when do you say, hey, look, we shed a lot of blood. We've been here for 20 years. Okay,
True.
We shouldn't even been here in the first place. I agreed with Afghanistan, but not Iraq. When do we say, man, it's time for y'all to take care of yourself? It's kind of like they turned into little welfare recipients, like
Well,
Democrats.
we got, like I said, we got to be there for Israel anyway because we can't leave them high and dry.
Israel's pretty badass. I think they can take care of themselves. I mean, they proved it time and again.
Yeah, they got some tough dudes over there.
Not just tough; they got our firepower.
Yeah.
You know, they're bad.
Yeah, that's true.
They're whatever they call their special forces and stuff, the Mossad or whatever. They bad.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, do they think that they need us or no?
I don't think they need us as much as what they need is our moral support to say, yeah, we support you. But I don't think they actually need us. I honestly think they could wipe out Iran, and Iran knows it.
We held them back. We've held them back from doing something.
We have, and
Yeah.
I think what they need is unequivocal support because we promised Gaddafi back in the day, hey, you got rid of your weapons. We're friends now. And then what do? We allowed his people uprise against him and kill him. We promised the Ukraine, hey, when the Soviet Union, you get rid of it, we got you back. Because they were scared of Russia. And what did Russia do? They go in and annex Crimea, and we didn't follow through on it. So. I don't know, man. I kind of like, I'm a little bit more towards Rand Paul on this and Ron Paul and all that and saying, hey, it's time to quit freaking policing the world. It's costing us a lot of money. And we just now spent $6 trillion on this coronavirus.
Yeah.
So,
what's funny too is Trump offered to help the Iranians on the virus over there, and they declined it. Said they didn't want our help.
After us pulling out of their shaky, stupid deal that we should have never entered into in the first place, I think they don't really trust us to really have their back. They think we're going to insert spies and stuff, and they're probably right. Let's move on to some more serious news, man. Real serious stuff right here. And this is the question of the day. Are Andrew Cuomo's nipples, are they pierced or not? If you look at his nipples down there, they're looking awfully pierced. Now, some people say it might be a medical condition, but Grandpa?
He's on test, and his hormones are out of balance, bud.
Dude, he looks like he's got two nipples over there. What, did he grow another one?
He's got estrogen problems going on.
He needs an estrogen blocker or something, and his fingers are all nasty too. But that is the question of the day. As a Reddit thread asks, is New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's nipples totally pierced? Beyonce's piercer does think so. Now, that's how BuzzFeed does it. They're like a bunch of libtards over there. But they went over and they actually asked Beyonce's piercer, hey, what do you think about his nipples? Beyonce's piercer said, yep, others see a medical explanation, but the governor is so far silent. I'm going to show the viewers one more time this picture, and they can judge for themselves. I think he's got those little bars. You know, the barbell kind of piercing. I think Andrew's probably a little freaky deek. I think he's freakier than Fredo, his brother.
Well, he could be a runner and have Band-Aids on.
No, what he needs to do is put Band-Aids on for that photo, man. I want to know, is he that mean to his handlers, his press people and stuff, that nobody could pull him aside and say, yo, Andrew, sir, you can't wear that shirt because you have like 3 wife beaters under it. Grandpa, I've seen your nipples, and they're not even that bad, dude.
They're pierced.
Well, I'm 64 years old.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So, I've got some sag.
Yeah, but you work out every day. You're tough. You whipped one on me earlier. We were down in the gym.
Oh.
Boy. Here we go.
Here's what happened to me. I was down in the gym with Grandpa. We were working out. Halfway through, half hour into it, my wife comes down and says, I thought you were going to go on a run. So not only did I work out, I had to actually go on a 2-mile run with her, too. You do that shit, man. That's just wrong.
You had to stick to it, bro.
I retired from the Army for a reason.
Oh, no.
Speaking of wives, the next story just kills me right here. This is a true story, not an April Fool's. Just put makeup on, wear tight clothes, speak a little like a cartoon cat. I guess there's this cartoon cat called Doraemon. How women are being told to behave around their husbands under lockdown in Malaysia. The official lockdown advice from Malaysia's women's ministry is to wear makeup, avoid sarcasm, and don't nag your husbands. Women in Malaysia were told to avoid sarcasm and speak in the voice of a cartoon cat so they didn't annoy their husbands during the lockdown. Official advisories from the country's women's ministry told women to make sure they wore makeup at home and avoid loose and casual clothes. In other words, don't lounge around like you're going to Walmart. I am not going to be sexist here, but I kind of wish my wife always dresses up. She gets up and, all that stuff. But the nagging part, maybe we need to move to Malaysia.
Oh, no.
No, you're not touching it?
I'm not touching it.
No? Morgan, whoop that ass. That's why.
Hey, I'm not
I
moving to
love my
Malaysia.
life.
What'd you say, Grandpa?
I said I'm not moving to Malaysia.
You're not moving to Malaysia?
Not looking like
No.
that. They wouldn't let you in.
Especially with your little Trump flag and stuff behind you. Nope.
I've been seeing a lot of stuff about that, about husbands and wives during this period.
What's that?
I've been reading a lot of stuff about like the husbands and wives during this quarantine period and, all that other stuff. I think it's the situation is what you make it.
I think so too, because the other night I had a story on that there's a condom shortage. So apparently people are still making love. Maybe it's just a lot of makeup sex.
I think in this time you're going to find out if you really love your wife.
Yeah. Or
No, you'll find out if your wife loves you.
Oh, yeah, well, that's that too. But I think,
hey,
I don't
you won't
know.
be cheating though.
Every couple fights, but I think if your best friend is your wife, like I know Whitley's your best friend, and like Morgan's my best friend, it's a little different because, you do stuff to pass the time, make each other laugh and stuff. But I know she drives you nuts.
Actually, it's been pretty cool because she actually works. She's a healthcare worker like your wife.
Yeah, so does Morgan. Yeah.
Yeah, and Grandpa's booty call.
Yeah, my girlfriend.
Your girlfriend. I'm just playing in case she's watching. It's girlfriend now. They've been.
Oh,
Once they hit a year,
she's gonna watch.
Once they hit a year, then Grandpa turned into a girlfriend. So, but anyway, she's a nurse too. So,
I think both y'all are lying because I know daggone well it's a dude. So you can quit saying her. Just because this is live doesn't mean
Dave
anything.
Exotic.
Pappy, tell the truth.
Now she's a girl.
In fact, I got a picture of her.
Oh man.
No, I'm just joking. Laura, I'm just joking. That's not you. But it was supposed to be the joke about what he was saying. My wife just gave me a look. She's off camera and says, don't you dare. Laura's going to be offended. Laura, that's not for you. But it does prove that, Americans can get really bored at home because this is like all the rage. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody. Hunting, meth, and big cats. Tiger King's rarely seen version of Southern queerness. And this is the actual thing. I'm not saying that word. All right. Who could have guessed that a mullet-wearing, polyamorous, exotic animal owner would become TV's most talked about gay star? This just tells us how far we've come in America.
I watched one episode. That was all I could watch.
Really?
I've watched the whole thing twice.
Twice?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Because you're gay.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey, easy. We have people of all persuasions watching this show. Okay, including maybe Joe Exotic from prison.
Oh no.
In the early
you can't tell me that show was not entertaining.
Okay, so I have to work during the day in case my bosses are watching. I'm actually working during the day. And I did go downstairs. And no joke, the first thing I saw was that dude on TV. And my wife said, "Oh, look at this guy. He's got 2 husbands." I said, "No, he doesn't. Come on." Because it just didn't fit the character mode, right? And, and I thought immediately, this guy's from Florida, right? Come to find out. Because, all the weird stories come from Florida. Something about dudes in Florida. Once you get away from the mansion and the beach, they all got big mullets like this and the million earrings and stuff. But
his boyfriends were with him because of the drugs. Let's get that straight.
Husbands. He had 2 husbands.
The husbands, well.
Yeah. Not only was he gay, but he was actually, what do they call that? Polygamy.
Yeah, but he preyed on younger boys at the time and then built a relationship from there. So in my eyes, he's also a pedophile for the way that he attracted.
A pedophile? Wait, were they overage? I didn't watch the show.
I don't. The one guy I think was like 17 when he brought him into the compound.
When I was 17, I knew what I was.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but apparently the guys disavowed the lifestyle. They said they just needed drugs and that drugs would make you do some things that you normally wouldn't do.
Right. Yeah.
And he said, "Hey, when his one husband shot himself, I did see that thing, right off camera.
Right.
That was some crazy weird stuff." But he was saying, there's not a lot of choices for a gay guy with a mullet in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Unless you go to Oklahoma City, I'd assume.
And then
he didn't have all his teeth.
Yeah. Well, his first husband, he finally just flat out come out and stated that he wasn't gay. He was like Pappy said, he was just there for the money and the drugs. Mm-hmm. He's married now with kids to a woman.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I guess that defeats my original hypothesis that for girls, girls, they might have like these phases they go through in college. I don't know. Yeah. I kissed a girl and I liked it. There's a whole song about it. But guys, typically, you kiss a dude, you're it. You don't usually go back.
He said
Unless
there's a whole
drugs,
song.
I guess.
He said there's a whole song about it, and I know that's his ringtone.
Yes.
I kissed the girl.
Katy Perry.
Oh man, I didn't put it on here. Did y'all see the let me see if I got it on there. Man, did y'all see the meme with Joe Exotic?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Has Joe Biden up there on the tiger?
Yeah.
I love memes. Yeah. You got a funny meme? Send them to me. I got people that send me stuff all day long. Send
you haven't watched it all the way through yet?
No, I got a life. I got a job still, man.
You got to watch it, dude. It's pretty crazy.
I'm going to because everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
Everybody. Maybe this Saturday. Saturday I might do it because I don't have a show to get ready for and all that stuff. But my wife's watched it all and she swears by it. So.
Yeah, Morgan started it today.
Oh, y'all didn't watch it together?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's why you're watching it twice. That's why you said you saw it twice.
But it's good. No, there's a lot of stuff in that thing, man. It blows your mind.
The whole point that he was down there carrying a gun, he was a libertarian and had 2 husbands blows my mind. With a mullet.
Well, right.
He blew my mind, but the other lady blew my mind who supposedly killed her husband and fed him to one of her tigers.
Carol somebody?
Yeah, the Florida lady.
Yeah, she from Florida?
Florida, yeah.
I knew there was going to be a Florida connection. I knew it. Florida. Yeah. People make fun of Alabama and Mississippi, but really, inland Florida, man. You
can't make fun of the Roll Tide.
Oh, come on, man. We're going to try. I don't mind bringing politics into
it. Yeah,
Roll Tide.
You can.
Here we go, Pap. Here we go.
I had to adopt Georgia this year, but that's another segment, another time.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, next.
It
might not even be a football season this year.
I hope so.
True.
I mean, yeah, they will. That's all the way in the fall.
Yeah, well, you keep watching and listening, this stuff keeps getting pushed farther out and farther out.
Well, I know that we
Hey,
all got a vacation to Myrtle
JD,
Beach in June.
They just canceled Wimbledon today. They canceled Wimbledon.
Wasn't there
The
something
big
about
tennis thing.
Wasn't there something about the Olympics too?
They canceled that to next year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, they didn't cancel it.
Yeah.
They postponed it to next year.
Postponed to next year.
Yeah.
That's right.
When's that ever happened?
Never. When have we ever been under lockdown in the entire world?
Maybe wartime.
I don't know. No, remember they had that movie about the girls who had to come up and play baseball for the men? What's that called?
Oh, yeah.
What's that called, Whitley?
League of Their Own.
League of Their Own.
League of Their Own. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's
I
move
remember
on to-
Madonna was in that. So.
Yep. All right, New York Post. Americans are drinking a crazy amount of alcohol during our lockdown. I admit, I've drank a little bit. Alcohol sales up 55%. America was already drinking a lot prior to COVID-19, but now hard liquor sales are up 75%. Wine is up 66%. Beer is up 42%. Online sales of alcohol, I didn't even know they did online sales. They don't do it here in West Virginia, but it's up 243%. By the way, for those at home, if you want to see if your city does online sales and delivery of this thing called Drizzly, this app, there it is on the bottom of your screen. Serves 26 states plus Washington, D.C., and Alberta, Canada. Says the COVID-19 pandemic had an impact on sales the week of March 16 and 21, up approximately 300% from earlier in the year, reports CNBC. Are y'all drinking more?
I went to 7-Eleven the other day to the liquor store, and it was blown out. Half their stock was gone. So this community is definitely drinking more.
7-Eleven is like the Walmart of convenience store, so I believe it.
Yeah.
They have toilet paper?
Only liquor store in Charlestown.
Is it? JD?
I believe so.
What?
Is that the only liquor store in all of Charlestown, West Virginia?
As far as I know, yeah.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
It was blown out, huh?
Grandpa gets around.
That's where there's a lot of hole in the wall bars down in that area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably do outpatient sales. But anyways, have you been drinking more, JD? Or about the same?
No. I don't drink a whole lot anymore. Just a lot of water.
A lot of water?
Yeah. I've been working out like crazy, man.
Hey, let me see your guns.
What?
Man. Grandpa, he's bigger
happened
than
to
your
you?
head. Bigger than my head.
No, big as my leg.
I think that with all these liquor sales, once this thing's over with, rehabs are going to be overflowing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And
I'm
everybody's
serious.
going to have a year-long stock of toilet paper. There's going to be a lot of new things. A lot of court cases for domestic violence, I'm sure, with all this liquor sales up and everybody living together.
Mm.
Yeah, don't get me started on the whole hoarding and buying all the goods up. That's a whole nother day.
Well, we got a few minutes. Are you out of toilet paper, buddy?
No, I think that in this situation, you can really see what kind of people really live in this country. That a lot of people don't care about anybody else. They just worried about themselves.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of selfish sons of bitches. I tell you, there are.
I seen a lady in Walmart 2 weeks ago. She literally had 8 gallons of milk in her cart. I'm like,
You said
how you gonna drink all that milk, man?
Did
you know
say
what I mean?
something to her?
No, I let that one. I just let it go because it just makes me mad, And I don't think people are taking this situation as serious as they should be.
Really? I got other
Yeah.
people that have been on my show, including my brother, who says this is all overrated. In fact, some news reports are coming out now that the death rate is really about 0.66 of 1%. A lot of people say, hey, we've crashed our economy for no reason.
I'm speaking from what I've seen and in my area here in Colorado, that they're definitely not taking it serious.
Oh, no. Yeah. They're out and about.
Yeah. But
There's a big difference between Kentucky and New York.
Yeah.
In Colorado, in West Virginia.
Hey, do you think it's going to get even worse before it gets better?
Well, of course. I mean, it's going to get – but I think we're getting up towards the top of it. I think Trump is preparing us for the worst by saying, hey, the next 2 weeks are going to be really bad. But if you're looking at some of the numbers,
Right.
it's starting to edge and they'll fall. I think as it becomes more hot and humid. Now, I'm not an epidemiologist, so people don't write me and email me like, oh, Dr. Kerr, epidemiologist, because I do that to people.
Yeah.
Karma. But don't use my stuff on me. But I think it's going to wane off in the next 2 weeks. I mean, it better. Nobody's going to have a job after all this. Except for here
I'm
in
going to have to
DC.
spend my stimulus check. I got to have someone to spend my stimulus check.
I've never seen so many people so excited to get their own money back. You paid the
$1,200.
government, now you're going to get it all back.
Yeah, I know that I know it's the rise out here for as far as the virus goes is. I looked it up last night, and we've rose 333% since last week.
Right. That's the scary thing is it seems to double. So if you had one case and then 2 days you had 2 cases and then in 3 days you had four cases and then 8 and then it was exponential. So every 2.5 to 3 days it's doubling. So
Right.
if we have until it peaks and starts falling, so if we have 1,000 cases in one day, the next day we have 2,000. So
Right.
that's scary. And the deaths, I think the deaths are going to come down. Finally, all these people are taking that hydroxychloroquine that I've been talking about.
Yeah.
I know that people with lupus and stuff, I feel bad for them because they're having a hard time finding the drug, but I mean, there's nothing else.
Yeah. Do you think the government is going to get a little bit more strict with this stay-at-home situation, or you think they're just going to leave it the way it is right now?
Well, they're going to leave it up to the state governors. I mean, here in West Virginia, there's no real need to have a very, very strict one because it's kind of, everybody's more far apart. But you get down into D.C. or Denver where people are living on top of each other, you're going to have to. I mean, look at New York City. They're going through hell right now.
Yeah. That's what I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see what happens over the span of the next 2 weeks.
Grandpa's safe because all he does is lay around in his own room.
Stay quarantined, buddy.
But he's quarantined before this even happened.
I'm quarantined before the quarantine.
He was quarantined before it was cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
I was quarantined before it was cool.
The only thing he does different last night I heard his girlfriend say, "You're not going to kiss me on the lips." She's like, "Hell no, woman." He said,
spray her with Lysol first.
I ain't getting you sick. You're lucky you got a hug. But yeah, Grandpa was quarantined before there was even quarantine.
Yeah.
But the thing that worries me is like the hospital that Morgan works at, they have positive cases. I mean, she's actually operated on a positive patient.
Right. Whitley's hospital, the same thing. At the VA Medical Center.
Yeah. So
that is what it is. It's really, it's sad. I don't want to see anybody die. Especially this next case here, when I get into my final thoughts in about 44 seconds. You don't want anybody to die, but disease is part of the human life.
Right. No, I agree.
Well, I like all the people who are Christians, which is cool. I'm a Christian, but everything is the end of the world. The end of the world is nigh. They're looking at like Revelations. Yeah. You believe that?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You believe we're about to all go?
I'm not saying right now, but I think my theory behind it all is that things are given to us as a test to see, how we react to it. And obviously, I don't think the nation's reacting the way they should be. We should be helping each other instead of just worrying about yourself.
Is that why you're drinking more water? You scared?
No, I just want to be able to run fast.
Coming back and you're getting caught with a beer in your hand or something. Jesus drank wine.
He did. Yeah, he did. He ate a lot of carbs too.
Yep. I'm worried about Grandpa fornicating with that lady. What happens when Jesus comes back, son? You're like butt naked.
Pappy
his
and Joe.
His temple's open to sinners too.
All right. I hope so.
Pappy Exotic.
Pappy Exotic. All right, final thoughts. Before I get into my final thoughts, thanks for being on the show. If you also want to be on my show, feel free to message me. If you got half a personality, heck, I got these two on my show. They have no personality. Message me and we'll do it. But hey, every Wednesday I plan on having Redneck Wednesday. So Grandpa and JD, go ahead and clear your calendar. If you're a redneck and you want to be on my show, unless you're my twin brother, because you're too redneck, then, then feel free to message me. My final thoughts of the day. Come to me for this hero here. Doctor dies of coronavirus after leaving retirement to fight the pandemic. This was in the UK. Retired British doctor who returned to work to help battle the country's coronavirus outbreak died of the disease this week, according to new reports. Dr. Alpha Sadhu, 68, died Tuesday morning after suffering from the infection for 2 weeks, his son Danny said in a social media post. Hey, to all the people out there on the front lines, keeping it real, I want to thank you for what you do for our country during this perilous time. Trump, I know you don't get a lot of credit, but I want to thank you. Congress, and I want to thank you. This is probably the only time I ever want you to spend a lot of money. Thank you. Until tomorrow night, God bless.
This has been Nightcaps with Nate. Please join Nate for a nightcap every weeknight at 9 Eastern here on Facebook Live.
I hope.